Hi everyone, my name is Lindsay. I recently had surgery, so I've been recovering from home, and so that is why this is on video. Today I'm going to share with you the outcome measure we studied called the Movement Disorder Society sponsored Unified Parkinson's Disease Rating Scale. The purpose of this scale is honestly just to get a good overall comprehensive assessment of a patient with Parkinson's disease and how Parkinson's disease is affecting their life across the course of the disease. The test is a self-reported questionnaire, and it consists of 4 main parts that are all tallied and summed up together. The parts, as you can see, are non-motor experiences of daily living, motor experiences of daily living, motor examination, and motor complications. Overall, it has 50 items, and they're scored on a scale of 0 to 4. And so 0 is going to be a normal, and 4 is severe. And so the higher the score indicates the greater impact Parkinson's disease has on the patient. It takes about 30 minutes to complete, but as you can imagine, the more you do it, the quicker it can go, and depending on the patient, that time can vary. Training is required for this outcome measure, and it's free to administer, but overall for your clinic to use, it would cost about $1,000. So it is kind of pricey. And then I just included a little sample question on the outcome measure so you get an idea of what kind of questions it asks. It really does cover all aspects of the patient's life for the most part. For reliability, we looked at the internal consistency of the MDS UPDRS, and part 2 and part 3 had excellent internal consistency, and part 1 and 4, as you can see, their scoring was great as well, but it just got an adequate label for that because it wasn't as high. For validity, we looked at concurrent validity and compared it to the old UPDRS. So the old one kind of came out in the 1980s, and the new one is recent and came out in 2007. So they just looked at the differences between the two measures, and there was excellent validity. So we can be assured that they do measure the same things, which is good. The MCID and the MGC were not reported. So for ICF domains, it measures everything. It does body function, activity, and participation domains, because it asks questions about ADLs, cognition, emotion, and motor function. For floor and ceiling effects, adequate for part 1 and 3, expected to see a floor effect in part 4, but no ceiling effects. So you just kind of keep that in mind when you are using this measure. Confidence level overall is very high because it is the gold standard for Parkinson's disease. So you can be pretty confident when you are using this measure that it's going to give you a pretty good idea of where your patient is at. So overall, it is the gold standard outcome measure for Parkinson's disease, and it's awesome because it measures multiple parts of the ICF model, giving you a good idea of your patient as a whole and their quality of life. And then all 4 parts are highly recommended for all H and Y stages, so that's great too. It doesn't exclude any stage. Positives, it is easy and quick to administer, and I know you're thinking 30 minutes isn't quick, but the more you do it, the faster I think it will be. And since it is the gold standard, I think that the cost and the time it takes outweighs the pros outweigh the cons, basically. And then, of course, it does measure all the ICF domains, and it has excellent validity and reliability. There also are some negatives, so that there are some ambiguities in the questions on the outcome measure, but because you as the physical therapist will be with the patient when they complete this, you can help clarify any questions that the patient might find confusing. And then here's just a summary of all of our values that we studied in this PowerPoint. And here are references. Thank you.